We're on Sanhedrin Perek Mishnah Bet. Second Mishnah in the 8th chapter of Sanhedrin. We're continuing to talk about the case of the Ben Sorer Umoreh. Okay, so the Chazal learned out. Let's go back to the Psukim for a second. One of the things they said was, this child, Sorer Umoreh, is rebellious. He doesn't listen to us. Zolel v'soveh. He's a glutton and a drunkard. So our Mishnah is going to discuss, what does it mean? What are the parameters for a son to be, for a young man to be a glutton and a drunkard? From what point is this son chayav? Mishyochal tartemar basar, from the point at which he eats a tartemar, chatzi maneh. I don't know how much that is, half of a maneh, like I don't know, a lot of meat. Chatzi log yayin italki, and he has to drink half a log of wine, half a log of yayin. How much is a log? That's why we have a half a log. Okay, a log is 345 milliliters of wine. According to Chazon Ish, it's half a log is half a liter of wine. So a quarter chatzi log would be a quarter of a liter of wine. Not that much wine. I don't know. I guess. Now the Bartunu. So interestingly, it says chatzi log yayin italki. So some say it's Italian wine, and some say it's chatzi log italki, half an Italian log. Anyway, why? What's Italian wine? It's like fine wine. He didn't drink the cheap wine. He didn't go and buy the bad wine. He drank fine wine. He has to drink it. Mazig below mazig. They would dilute their wines. But they partially diluted. And bashil velo bashil, partially cooked. Keder shal listim ochlim. The listim. There's a very famous kind of cook of measurement in Hilchot Shabbat. When we talk about Hilchot Shabbat, there's a measurement called, I'll just write it for you. There's a measurement called, I don't have that many notes on this Masechta, called Ma'achal ben Drusai. We learned it in Hilchot Shabbat. Ma'achal ben Drusai is food that's cooked either a half or a third, because there was a guy named Ben Drusai. Ben Drusai was a thief and a robber, and Ben Drusai, he didn't have time. He would never fully cook his meals because he never knew when he would have to go on the run. So he would cook him a half or a third, and in Hilchot Shabbat, the laws of Shabbat, Ma'achal ben Drusai, that amount of cooking was considered enough for it to be fully cooked for the laws of Shabbat. So that's why it says bashil below bashil, like the listim ochlim, like the thieves eat. They didn't fully cook their food. They would, because they were always on the run. Rabbi Yosef says no, maneh basar v'lo yain, double the measurement. A whole maneh basar, ton of meat, a log yain. Interestingly, I think in today's day and age, we eat a lot. We probably eat a maneh basar. If you go buy a 16-ounce steak, that might be enough for a ben sorer umoreh. Tells us a lot about our own society. Mitzvah. Let's say he ate that wine, he ate that amount of meat and drank wine. B'chabura mitzvah. Sudat mitzvah. He was at a bar mitzvah. He was at a wedding. Ibur chodesh. So they used to have a Ibur chodesh. It was like a Rosh Chodesh thing. Okay. So avagav de'en olin le'ata suda el b'pat v'kitni b'bait. So they used to have like a mini meal of bread and legumes there. He's like, no, we're going to have a special Rosh Chodesh celebration. It's a mitzvah-ish seuda. Went to a bat mitzvah. Remember, Maaser Sheni is the food that you have to bring to Yerushalayim, or you sold your food and then bought new food. And the new food you bought is anything. You could go and buy a steak in Yerushalayim with Maaser Sheni. So again, that's mitzvah money. Or let's say you didn't eat kosher, you ate non-kosher meat. Nevelot utreifot. Nevela is when it was not shechted properly. Treifa is when it was found to have mumin, have blemishes. Shkasim ramasim, you ate non-kosher meat. You ate rabbit meat or bugs or whatever. Achal tevel u'maaser rishon, he ate tevel, non-tithe, maaser rishon shelo nidat trumato, or maaser rishon where truma gedola was not taken off. Umaaser sheni v'hegdish shelo niftu, or maaser sheni and hegdish that were not redeemed. I mean, you ate all these things. By the way, so in the Kahati version, the Bartunu, they take all these things out because it's not meat. So therefore, it's not relevant. So you can't say achal because we're only talking about eating meat. But it could refer to the wine. Achal davashu mitzvah uv'davashu avera. If you ate something that's a mitzvah or an avera, so what does that refer to? Okay, tanchumi avelim. Okay, you went to a shiva house and you ate and he ate all these things. He drank a lot of wine at shiva house. Or he was a glutton on fried chicken, but not meat. He drank vodka, didn't drink wine. Eino naaseh ben soreh mareh. He's not a ben soreh mareh ad she'achal basar v'yishtayad, until he eats meat and drinks wine specifically. So we see, interestingly, that there's a clear, I would say, a clear desire of Chazal to take this law of ben sorer umoreh, a ben sorer moreh, and limit it. As we saw, remember we saw this sort of same kind of like a rabbinic agenda when it came to capital punishments. Here, ben sorer moreh. Oh, any rebellious son, he's zolel b'soreh. You could have expanded and say anything is a drunkard and a glutton. Chazal came and limited it specifically. You have to have a certain kind of wine. You have to have a certain kind of meat. Shneimar, it says zolel b'soreh. It has to be a glutton and a drunkard. We can't prove it. You can't prove in the text that this refers to wine and meat specifically. There's a mention. There's a note of it. As it says in Mishnah, don't be sovein the drunkards of wine and the gluttons of meat, lamo, pork with, or whatever that word means, lamo. So we see the Chazal specifically limited the ben sorer and moreh. Okay, not in every case, and not if there's any connection to a mitzvah, etc., in order to limit the application of the ben sorer umareh in general. Stop here and dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben